Let me paint you a picture. The boardroom is polished, the governance reports are pristine, the CEO is charismatic, the ethics code reviewed annually, the audit committee independent and well attended. Everything screams best practice. And then, boom, a scandal erupts. Billions vanish. Trust evaporates. Welcome to the curious case of Steinhoff. Hello, Mzansi. Thank you for joining us for another episode of Risk Roots, where we talk about risk in a way that's actionable and relatable in just about 5 minutes or so. I'm your host, the Basum Perumal, and today we're looking at a buzz sentence, tone from the top. We've all heard this, but what are we actually talking about? This refers to the attitudes, behaviors, priorities set by senior leadership, especially the board and executive team. It's the example they set, the decisions they make, and the signals they send. And risk culture? That's how risk is understood, discussed, and acted on across the organization. It's not just about policies, it's about people. So does documents and policies mean that you have a good tone from the top? You can have a CEO who says all the right things, but if middle managers are pressurized to cut corners, or if employees fear speaking up, the culture is broken. Let's look at Steinhoff again. They ticked every box in the King 3 checklist. Their governance report, just before the House of Cards came crumbling down, proudly declared that all 75 principles were applied or explained. They had a social and ethics committee, a risk advisory committee, and a code of ethics rolled out across the group. On paper, it was textbook governance. But here's the twist. Tone from the top isn't just about structure, it's about substance. And Steinhoff's tone was all about growth, expansion, and aggressive deal-making. Risk management was decentralized, and ethics assurance was partially applied due to geographic spread. That's not tone, that's tone deaf. Let's talk about what really drives culture. Decision-making processes. Are risks considered before decisions are made, or only after something goes wrong? Performance metrics. Are teams rewarded for managing risk or just hitting targets? Remuneration. Is there a link between risk-adjusted performance and bonuses? Escalation channels. Can anyone raise a concern without fear of retaliation? Culture is shaped by what gets attention, what gets rewarded, and what gets punished. If risk is just a checkbox or quarterly report, it's not embedded, it's sidelined. So, how do we fix this? Start with decisions. Embed risk into every major decision. Make it a habit. Change the metrics. Track risk-adjusted outcomes. Celebrate smart risk-taking. Empower the middle. Culture lives in the middle layers. Train and support managers to model risk-aware behavior. Make it possible. Share stories of good risk decisions. Normalize speaking up. Reward curiosity and challenge. Steinhoff's story is a masterclass in how tone from the top can be misaligned with reality. It's not enough to say the right things, you have to live them. Culture isn't a campaign, it's a commitment. So the next time you read a governance report, ask yourself, is this tone or is it noise? Before we wrap up, here's your Risk Roots challenge. This week, take a look at your own organization's governance structures or your team's decision-making processes. Ask yourself, where is risk showing up? Is it considered before major decisions are made? Is it linked to your KPIs? What conversations are being held? Then, share one thing you changed to make risk culture more visible and embedded. Post it on LinkedIn, tag Risk Roots, and let's start a conversation about what tone from the top really should sound like. Thanks for tuning into Risk Roots. If this episode made you rethink your risk culture discussions, share this far and wide. Let's get the conversations going. And remember, risk is not a department, it's a decision-making mindset.